Hey you guys, welcome to my very first flight attendant vlog slash video. So I just landed in LA. This is my very first trip. Kind of my first trip, but not really my first trip, but we'll get into that later in the video. But I just landed in LA and I just got to my hotel. So I thought that I would give you guys a quick hotel tour. So let's go check out the hotel. Now I will say to protect the safety of my other crew members, I will not be sharing any of the names of the hotels that I'm staying at. I will just be giving you guys hotel tours. So don't ask me what hotel it is. If you happen to figure it out, great. Do not post it if you happen to figure it out. If you do, I will delete your comment. And if you keep doing it, I will delete you too, because I want to keep everybody safe. So let's go ahead and let's check out my layover hotel. So when you first walk in, there is the safe and there is storage areas. You guys, so I just went to, I'm going to show you this really quick. So I just swung by the LAX base and I picked up 2 uniform pieces, which I'm so stoked about, because when we got our uniform allotment, your girl ran out of money because I got those dresses and those dresses are super expensive. Let me face the camera while I'm talking to you guys. So I got the dresses and the dresses are super expensive. They're like 80 something bucks a piece. And so I ran out of money. And so I could not get a cardigan, a sweater, a jacket, anything like that. So your girl was freezing. So my thing that I like to do is I like to go by all the bases and fly in and see what uniform pieces they have. Sometimes they are extremely discounted. Like I picked up 2 dresses at my base in Phoenix and they were $5 each. I flew into LA today and I got the infamous red jacket and a cardigan and they were free, okay? Now mind you, that cardigan is like $80 when you buy it with your uniform allotment. Your girl got it for free. So if you are a flight attendant, make sure you check out the bases it's like thrifting in your base. So make sure you check out the bases so that you can get good deals on uniform pieces, because these uniforms are expensive. And I like to have a lot of them because I don't like to do laundry that often. And I also like to dry clean my stuff. So it gets expensive when you're dry cleaning the same things over and over again. So also if you were in training and you're graduating, don't worry about spending all of your allotment, because once you get out on the line, you can go get this stuff for like pennies on the dollar. All right, so let's just finish this hotel tour. Okay, so like I was saying, this is where I store all of my luggage and stuff like that. I have my uniform in there. I'm gonna need to take it out so that I can iron it so that it's not wrinkled. This is the bathroom. Let's see here. We have coffee station here with a refrigerator, no microwave, which is a bummer. Big TV, sitting area. My view, they need to clean these windows. We have a beautiful view of Sepulveda Boulevard. It was so funny when I first moved to California. When I was a kid, I didn't know how to say Sepulveda, so we called it Sepulveda. So every time I see Sepulveda Boulevard, I always say it's off of Sepulveda Boulevard. Anyways, couch area, and then there is the bed, which I probably won't use today, and I'll explain why in a second. But yeah, that is the room tour. Okay, you guys, so I am going to shoot this video really quick, and then I'm going to change into my swimsuit so that your girl can hit the pool. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about how this is my first trip, but not really my first trip, and how I got that. So I literally just graduated flight attendant school on Friday. Today is Thursday, so a week tomorrow when I officially have graduated. So when we first graduate, they give us 5 days off. I was lucky, I got 7 days off. And then they schedule you your first trip. So my first trip is technically supposed to be a 3-day. It's Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But your girl picked up something called a Jetway trade. Now, I don't know if this is something that you can do at all airlines, but you can definitely do it at my airline, which is something that I love because our schedules are so flexible and we have the ability to manipulate our schedule in so many ways. And this is just an example of that. So I picked up what's called a Jetway trade, which means there was a flight attendant who flew from LAX to, so she flew from Phoenix to LAX to Honolulu, and then she was flying from LAX back to Phoenix. Now, she lives in Denver. She wanted to go home after she got back from Honolulu, which, girl, I don't blame you, because that's like a 6-hour flight. So she wanted to go home. So she did not want to fly her LAX to Phoenix leg. And so she posted about it on a Facebook group, and I live in Phoenix. That's where I'm based. So I was like, actually, I wouldn't mind spending some time in LA. So I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I'll take your Jetway trade. So basically what that means is when she flew in from Honolulu, she flew in, landed in Honolulu, and then I flew in from Phoenix, where I'm based, came into LAX. We, quote unquote, switched in the jet bridge. She got to go home and fly to Denver or wherever she was going to go. And then I am working her LAX back to Phoenix. Now, our situation was a little bit different because when she landed in LAX at 6 o'clock this morning, your girl was still in bed, asleep in Phoenix. So we got on the phone, we called crew scheduling, and we explained what we wanted to do, and they said, okay, bet. So they went ahead and they took her off of that flight and put me on the flight from LAX to Phoenix back home. Now, on my end, I hopped on a plane this morning, flew to LAX, and because she was so nice and didn't need it, she gave me her hotel, because technically she would have laid over in this hotel when she landed today in LAX from her Honolulu trip. So instead, she decided to jump on a plane and go to Denver. And so I checked into her hotel here. I'm going to hit up the pool. I may take a mini nap. I already went to Lemonades at the airport because that was one of the main reasons I wanted to fly out here. And my flight does not leave until, I believe, like 9 o'clock tonight. And then I'm going to hop on the plane, work the flight back from LAX to Phoenix and get paid for it. And then I'm going to go home. So that is how I picked up a trip technically before my first trip. I personally love the idea of Jetway trades because, number one, you get to pick wherever you want to go. There's literally Jetway trades anywhere. And some people start their Jetway trade from their base and then they work to where they want to go. Some people, like me, will fly into that destination, hang out there for the day, and then they will work the flight back home. But you're basically getting paid to work at least one leg. And if the person is not using their hotel, then you get the hotel too. And I'm not gonna lie, we stay in some pretty nice hotels. So to be able to fly to LA, hang out in the pool, and have a hotel to myself, if I had some friends who were in LA that wanted to connect with me, they could come out and hang out with me. And I spend the day here, and then I jump on a plane and fly back to Phoenix and get paid for it. Say less, okay? Say less and sign me up. So on my days off, I will definitely be doing JetBridge trades. I actually have one coming up for New Orleans, which I'm also excited about. So there you guys have it. That is my very, very first flight attendant video. So in this video, you got to see my very, very first hotel, and I'm going to do what I guess is considered a flight attendant tradition, where for your very first year, you save every hotel key for every hotel that you've stayed in. So I have my very first hotel key, which was my training hotel, and now I'm adding today's hotel to that. And then at the end of your year, you are supposed to count them all out to see how many hotels you stayed at. And then some people mount them on a board and make kind of a photo out of them. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I'm definitely holding on to my hotel keys. So I am going to go enjoy my very, very first layover. I'm going to go check out the pool, probably come back, take a quick nap, and then I'm going to work my very first trip back to Phoenix. And can we also talk about how I was so excited because I got D position, which was like one of my absolute favorite positions. I will do another video later on that kind of probably when I go through my training experience where I dive into what exactly the different positions are and why some people like them, why some people don't like them, why I personally like some of them and why I personally don't like some of the other ones. So we will talk all about that in another video. But for now, peace out. Your girl's gonna go hit the pool. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, so your girl found the pool. and the weather is clearing up. I found a nice little canopy type thingy. I did swing by the microwave, which was downstairs on my way out to the pool, and I heated up my leftovers. I ordered shrimp fried rice last night. The best shrimp fried rice outside of Chicago anyway. And so I brought that with me. I brought my little lunch bag down here. I will do another video about what I'm packing for layovers and trips, because I'm new to this and I'm still learning. So you guys are gonna learn with me. So this is gonna be one big giant adventure together. But for today's video, we have shrimp fried rice. And then the hotel gave me 2 bottles of water when I checked in. Unfortunately, I can't drink because we have a rule that you cannot have alcohol more than less than 8 hours before your first flight. And seeing as though I fly out in 7 hours, your girl's not trying to get fired over a margarita. So I'm gonna drink this water and I'm going to have the best time of my life. Yeah, so that's it. I will check in with you guys after I fly my very first flight and I get home, so that I can give you guys the tea on what it was like flying my first flight. All right, until then, I'm going to enjoy my fried rice. I'm probably not gonna get in that water, because if you know me, I don't actually get in water, I just sit near water. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.